Hello? Anyone out there?
Hello?
It's hell.
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Stay informed. Tune in to Ginger Frequency. Wednesdays, 9 a.m. Join the resistance. With your host, Chad.
And be here. Do you copy? Hello? Hello? Stay there. I'm on my way.
So, if you notice, we got a couple mics here. We're trying to up our game with audio.
We're improving. Welcome back. Welcome back.
What episode is this? 7?
Is this 7?
Is this 7? Or is this... Yeah.
Yeah. Episode lucky number 7.
Yeah,
okay.
Lucky number 7.
Well, alright. Yeah.
I guess get started. We got a new mascot, I heard.
Yeah, we do. We really do. So, apparently there was not apparently, like truthfully, there was a ginger, like an orange ginger seal born.
Yeah, seal pup. Yeah. It was orange. It's 1 in 100 chance of one being born like
1
that.
in 100,000, right?
Yeah, 1 in 100,000.
Yeah, 1 in 100. Super rare, I guess. But he's all orange and fluffy and cute. Like, oh my gosh, so cute.
He probably just melts the ice as he
spicy.
Walks along.
Spicy seal.
Spicy seal.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Patches. I don't know. It might trade you in for the spicy seal.
We could just dye Patches orange.
We should just dye her orange.
A ginger dog.
Yeah, the ginger dog. Yep. Yeah, so.
Oh gosh, so apparently at a Republican convention they were handing out Trump 2028 stickers. It's like, God, that's
getting
scary.
real. It's getting real. You know, I told people, like, I even told my boss and stuff. Like, I was just like, hey, like, if Trump gets reelected, like, he's probably not gonna ever leave office until he dies. I mean, because he's old as shit, right? So, yeah, he's, like, I remember saying that, and my boss was like, no, that can't happen, because that's, like, illegal. It's against the Constitution. It's illegal. It's all this stuff. And it's like, he's a criminal.
I guess.
So what if you're not supposed to do that? He can do anything right now. He's in control of he's got the House, he's got the Senate, he's got executive orders, he's got Elon Musk, like he's got everybody. Like he literally it doesn't matter what's illegal and what's legal.
I guess on Truth Social he just said long live the king, and then the White House submitted a photo of a fake Time magazine cover of him with a crown.
Wow. Yeah, so yeah, he's trying to be a king.
Yep.
And I mean his supporters treat him like he's the king no matter what he says. They're like then
he goes and calls Zelensky a dictator.
Wow.
And that they started the war. It's like, come on.
Ukraine did not start the war. No. I remember watching it live.
And Putin's the dictator.
Yeah, Putin is Zelensky's cool. Like Ukraine was actually like more like America than any other country. Yeah. Like Ukraine was actually
democracy,
like super. Yeah, they're democracy.
I guess
they have like
I guess Trump and Putin talked, and they want to make Zelensky have an election so somebody else gets it put in place. You know they're gonna corrupt that election.
Yeah.
Put a right-wing guy in there, so they just hand over the country to Putin.
Yeah.
That's like his plan B, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's, plan B, plan C. Like, does he have a plan? Concepts of a plan.
Yeah.
Plan C, apparently. Yeah, concepts of a plan. Always concepts of a plan. So, it's just really wild to me that he would call Zelensky a dictator and say that Ukraine started the war when we were watching it for weeks. Russia was doing military exercises all around Ukraine. And everybody was just like, Putin kept saying like, oh, it's just exercises. We're just doing exercise. And I was like, no, that's like the beginnings of a war. Yeah. And for some reason, everybody's just like believing him. And I'm like, as soon as I saw that for weeks before they even like declared war, I was just like, this is bad. This is pretty bad. So, I mean, wow, I can't believe he said that about Zelensky. Because Zelensky, he's trying his best, you know?
I guess Zelensky said, like, well, I'll step down if, like, it'll bring peace to Ukraine or if we're allowed to join UN.
Yeah. You know? Because Ukraine's been trying to join NATO for a while now. And Putin's like, if you join NATO, like, you know, we're gonna.
Because if they join NATO and then Putin attacks, they got the whole every country against them. Then.
Well, that's the thing, though. So Trump's trying to pull out of NATO. I don't know if he has yet.
Oh, I don't think he has. Yeah. That'd be stupid, man.
Yeah, well, he's thinking about pulling out of NATO. Yeah, he's already pulled out of everything else. Like. You know, except for...
Think if, like, Russia and China then attacked us, no other countries would help us. We'd be all isolated all by ourselves.
Yeah, it's... there's a fly here.
Yeah, I saw a fly around.
What the heck?
Probably when you're feeding your worms.
I know, the worm part. I know, I showed you. I was like, you want to watch me feed my worms? And, like all these flies. Yeah, they ate the paper, so...
Oh, so, Elon Musk's on X... He wiped a booger on Trump's desk, and I guess like Trump like replaced the desk and having it cleaned or something.
Oh my gosh, it would be so wild if they had it switched for like a weird reason. Like if that was all like, I mean, obviously like X wiping his booger on the desk, that's kind of hilarious, you know, because it's like, what do you expect bringing like a how old is X?
Well, he's young.
Probably like four or five or something.
Yeah.
So like wiping a booger, and then he's gonna switch out the desk to have it cleaned. That seems weird to me. Instead of just having like cleaners, because that thing probably weighs like 1,000 pounds.
I could see Trump being like OCD about stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. No, for sure. So like, I wonder if he's like having it. Wouldn't it be wild if like the people cleaning it like installed like some like listening devices or something?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, so, I don't know. He had it seriously taken out of the White House. I thought like that desk probably weighs like at least 800.
He probably didn't pay the movers either. He was
no,
you guys didn't do a good job.
Yeah, he like tips them with toilet paper. Like, here's a couple sheets for you. You know, like. Wow.
Oh god, I guess like Texas is seeing the like worst measles outbreak in 30 years.
Yeah.
Like I guess something like 90 cases so far.
Wow. And so you know it's a lot worse than that.
Oh, probably.
It's just so wild because normally like normally people get all mad because there's all these like hippies like not vaccinating their kids, like anti-vaxxers, and they're like, oh, like I remember back in the day, you know, there's a lot of people say like you have to like vaccinate your children to come to school and stuff, and a lot of left, like super far left people are like, we're not going to vaccinate our kids, and then there was like little outbreaks, but for it to be happening in Texas, so now it's like switch, the narrative is like switch.
Yeah, it's the right wing that doesn't want to vaccinate.
So measles is super contagious.
Oh yeah, super
it's like one of the most contagious things that like one of the most contagious diseases. And measles, like, it's wow. And measles like messes with your chromosome.
I think it can't it make you sterile or something?
Yeah, it can. Yeah. It's like, please get vaccinated. It's really not that. It's not that. People have been getting vaccinated for so long. It's not that serious. Like,
did you see Elon Musk's AI he made, the Grok, however you pronounce it?
Grok?
It found half of his tweets misinformation or false and misleading.
That checks out. I mean, for real though, like
I'm surprised they programmed it that good. You'd think it'd say, no, Elon Musk is always telling the truth. You know?
What do people even use Grok for?
Same thing they use all the other AI for. I'm sure. I don't know.
Well,
makes stupid memes.
That's funny that his own AI was just like, sir.
Yeah.
Like,
Sir,
Daddy Elon, you're misspeaking.
Yeah. You're not telling the truth.
Yeah, you're not telling the truth. So something that I really thought that was misinformation was when the president of Argentina gave Elon Musk that chainsaw.
Why did he give him a chainsaw?
Chainsaw bureaucracy. Whatever the fuck that means.
I don't get it.
Yeah, truly chainsaw. And then he didn't know what to do with it afterwards. I thought he was going to fire it up. Like,
is there like a rainforest in Argentina?
Yeah.
So maybe it's like representing like the burning down of the rainforest or something.
Sawing down trees. You know, I never thought of it
like that. For minerals to get lithium or something?
I never thought of it like that, but like maybe. Yeah, and it was so wild because Musk was wearing sunglasses inside.
He was high as fuck.
Yeah, he had to have been. Yeah, he's like, oh.
He was on his ketamine like 24/7 probably now.
He definitely was. He's like, let's make memes like a thing again. And he's like, comedy's been banned. Like, we need to bring comedy back. And it's like, yeah, it's like,
that part, like, funny. People did get too sensitive, like
Yeah,
too
people are
PC
too- yeah.
about jokes. Like
Yeah,
comedians, comics are an art form, and you shouldn't be like limited to what you say.
Yeah.
I do kind of agree with that.
Yeah, I
aspect.
agree with that. But coming out on stage like the president of Argentina gives Elon Musk a chainsaw on
Yeah,
stage.
that's weird.
It's
super
weird. It's like they're nerds trying to be cool.
I wonder if they made a pact, like, yeah, you can like destroy our forest and take all the minerals for your cars, batteries.
Let's chainsaw down all these trees so you can like launch your ships up into space without any trees getting in the way. I don't even know.
Well,
Chainsaw for Bureaucracy. That's the name of my new band.
Oh, I'm not gonna listen to it.
You shouldn't. It's terrible. So.
Some good news, I guess. In Portland, Oregon, they have a new program called Glitter.
Yeah.
And they're paying homeless people $20 to $29 an hour to clean up garbage around the city.
You know.
And I actually thought I came up with this idea like a year ago or so.
Yeah, for real.
Because I think we were talking about it. It's like, wouldn't that make like it would be paying the homeless, get them back on their feet, and you would clean up the city.
Yeah.
And I guess 70% of there was like 66 participants so far. And 70% already have homes now.
Wow!
Like,
so they were just able to get back up on their feet. That's really great because I've actually thought about that too before. Like I thought about how why don't we just pay the homeless people to like pick up the garbage and stuff. That's so cool because they're bored too. They're bored.
I guess
they have
they're
nothing to
actually
do.
saving money with this program than just like funding like homeless shelters and all this type of stuff by actually paying them. They're actually using less money by doing this.
Well, and the only people that were picking up trash on the side of the road were people who were like in jail, like doing community service and stuff. Yeah. So now the state doesn't have to pay for the buses for them to go like get carted out to wherever to pick up the garbage. So now they just got the homeless people
I guess they said the program is working great so far.
$29 an hour, that's more than that's
good. That's
good
pay.
That's good pay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're getting paid more than somebody that works at like Taco Bell and McDonald's.
Yeah, they are. Yep. Yeah. Still a couple dollars less than a worker at Panda Express, but still pretty good. $29 an hour. That's like a lot. That's more than a lot of people make. It's pretty good. I'm so glad they're able to get a home because they could probably do that full time too. Yep. So I think that's
I wonder
cool.
if once they get like back on their feet, if they're like, oh, you can't do this anymore, you gotta go find a job.
Well, I mean, yeah, because there's so many people. Like, I mean, maybe like let them do it for a few months. Like, I don't know how
I wonder what the
working.
statistics to that is, right? Like, do they have a certain amount of time once they do find a place and to find another job, or do they just keep them on forever? Like, how does that work? I wonder.
It would be cool if they kind of just kept them on forever, but then
then it doesn't give opportunity to people that need it more,
right? Well, what if? I mean, eventually you'd think they'd probably want to like move on, once they get stable, because you don't want to just cut them off cold turkey. Yeah. Like as soon as they get a house, like they lose their job.
Yeah, I wonder maybe there's like a 3-month winging period.
Yeah,
to
it's
them
like
off of it or something.
Yeah, maybe they have to find another job first, and then they take them off the program.
That'd be probably the best.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make any sense to cut them off the program when they just got a house and they have to pay rent and stuff.
Then they might, like, if they enjoy just clean up the trash, they might not want to find a job.
Well, there's a lot of trash. There's a lot of trash and a lot of homeless people. Like, there's constantly, I mean, it's a never-ending job. There's always going to be garbage. Honestly, I don't think it would be bad if there was, like, a couple, like, lifetimers. Yeah. People who just stay on, like, lifetime.
If they, like, followed a garbage truck. Like garbage man, when they pull the garbage in and there's always some loose trash that fall on the street, they just following garbage trucks to clean up the trash that they spill out.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, they could do that. But also, like, if you think about, like, all the trash that's, like, under the bridges and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, Yep. Speaking of garbage, did you hear about the new bill that they're trying to get passed through Congress?
No. What?
Okay, so it's Save Act. HR 22, something like that. Okay. So this act is like, so they introduced it a couple years ago, but there was a Democratic majority, and so it didn't get passed. Well, now the House and the Senate are both Republican majority. So this act is about like citizenship, trying to gain citizenship, and it like in part of the bill, it's saying things like if you change your last name or if you have a name change or anything like that, it's making it harder. So you have to like, if you want to get citizenship or if you want to vote for the presidential election and you've changed your name, you have to show proof of citizenship.
Okay.
And that like directly, that affects like women who've changed their names to like get married.
Well, if they've changed their name, they're still citizens.
Yeah, but no, okay, can you prove yours? I mean, like how, like what if you don't have your birth certificate? Like, I mean, you don't have to change, you know, if you got married, you wouldn't have to change your name. If I didn't have my
birth certificate, you just file for one through the state, right?
Yeah, but what if you don't have proof of like anything? You know, like, it's like, if you think about it.
Well, if you got in this country legally, you should have proof to show.
If you're born here, but if you're born here, right, you're born here, and you get married and you change your last name, and then you go to vote, and you've changed your last name, you have to show like you have to show proof of citizenship.
Your new ID and stuff's gonna have your new name on it.
Yeah, so if you're in the process of that, sometimes it can take months for that to come in the mail. You wouldn't be able to vote.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
if they're in the process changing their name, okay.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to vote. So this is actually affecting like American women too. Like,
he's hoping less immigrants can vote then because there will be a certain percentage that are going through that.
Well, yeah, because like if immigrants were getting married, you know, to like get citizen, not, you know, hopefully most people are getting married to like because they're in love or whatever, you know, but if they're getting married to get citizenship and they change their name and they're in the process of that, they can't vote. And then also like American women too. So it's just like pretty much just like making it like really harder for women to vote. Yeah, it's making it harder for women to vote. Like, I hope this is so bad that it like sparks like a revolution or something. You know, like a resistance.
You know what? I'm surprised on sparking a revolution. I saw an article the other day that Trump has been a part of the KGB since 1987, according to this one Soviet, ex-Soviet like spy guy. He said this on a Facebook post.
Wow.
And like every news article posted online, and then like a few hours later, I saw them scrubbing it online, getting rid of all the articles, and it's pretty much saying, Trump's a Russian spy. And
I mean, it's like,
it would make sense. It would make a lot of sense.
So I heard rumors about that too, and I'm like, there's no way. I was like, there's no way this is real, right? And so I looked it up, and like a lot of places, like a lot of websites and stuff, they're not denying that the guy said that that Trump was part of the KGB, or is he an asset? He's not like a spy.
Yeah, Trump's an asset.
He's an asset
for the KGB.
But for still, the KGB.
Like,
that's pretty scary. That's scary.
But that explains why he's not siding with Ukraine. He's siding with Putin. Yeah. Like, if he's a Russian spy, you know, like the Russian asset.
Yeah, he's a Russian asset.
And you know what's funny? Tulsi's supposed to be one too.
Yeah.
And she's now in charge of the intelligence division.
Oh my gosh. It's like even if there is rumors about this kind of stuff, like the fact that there even is rumors about this kind of stuff, he should not be president.
Well, nobody online is saying this isn't true.
I know, right? I couldn't find anything saying it's not true. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't find anything that was like
they were just trying to scrub it and get it off the internet.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty serious. It's pretty serious
allegation.
Yeah, it is.
So like pretty much either that guy's lying, or he's telling the truth. Yeah. And it makes a hell of a lot of sense if he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, because like Trump's family is connected to all kinds of weird stuff. Like they even like some of his family members even like stole stuff from Tesla. Like after like his lab got burned and stuff, and he died. Supposedly some of Trump's family has like paperwork to like some of this like crazy weapon that like Tesla was trying to build, and it's really wild. It's really wild. Maybe that's why like people are kind of scared of Trump too. It's like I don't know how people can just.
That would explain why people are afraid of Trump.
Yeah. Yeah,
got pretty much the Russian mafia behind them.
Yeah, the Russian mafia and supposedly like a really crazy weapon that Tesla used. Yeah, it's
Well,
I mean, we gotta look that up.
I know what weapon you're talking about, and that Tesla was actually not working on that. He was trying to work on wireless electricity.
Yeah.
Was using the money that was supposed to be for that weapon.
Yeah.
But he was trying to actually make wireless electricity.
Yeah.
So that's why they ended up not continuing to fund him, because they found out he wasn't actually making the weapon. And some guys, I forget where it was at, like Egypt or something, actually rebuilt his weapon. And all it really did was like shoot out electricity. Like it wasn't that very good of a weapon, right?
Well, I mean, I wish they would get it like that weapon could be used for good, especially if like the comets or the asteroid is getting closer to Earth and stuff.
Well, it would have to be like on Earth for it to hit it.
Yeah.
Like it didn't shoot very far.
Yeah, it didn't shoot very far. I was gonna say like this.
Speaking of asteroids, though, I guess some astronomers mistook. You know how Elon sent one of his Teslas out to space to like go to Mars?
Oh yeah,
well, he missed the orb of Mars, and now it's circling between Mars and Earth and the Sun. And I guess it came back here, and the astronomers mistook it as an asteroid for a bit.
Oh my gosh! So they could use that as target practice.
Yeah. For the other one, I guess they've lowered it now. It went up to like 6 point something for chance of hitting us.
Yeah,
the big one.
I heard that.
But then they've lowered it now to like a 0.2. I guess like.
Don't look up.
Yeah. Well, like there's not a good chance now. They're saying it's more likely to hit the moon.
Oh well. Yeah, that's better. I guess.
That'll be a cool show. They'll probably make a huge dust.
Yeah, it'd be like so wild. Like, what if it? Do you think it would change the tides and stuff? If it like not, what if it?
That'd be crazy if it knocked it like out of orbit, so it's like speeds up, leaving Earth or something. Or it comes
I don't know if that would happen,
Earth.
but like what if it? Yeah, what?
If it's a big enough asteroid.
Yeah, that'd be right. I wonder if we could see it. Like if we were like watching it on the telescope.
I bet you could.
Yeah, you could probably see it hit, unless it's like on the dark side.
Because they've filmed ones hitting Jupiter before, and like actually some the cloud and stuff from like really strong telescopes.
Whoa, that's pretty wild. So, because I mean, there's a lot of scandals and like fraud and stuff going on in the news lately. Did you hear about the 600,000 Fortnite users getting paid out?
Yeah. So it was like $72 million lawsuit or something. I guess Epic Games tricked customers like of the game into buying assets.
Yeah, they didn't want it. Yeah, they tricked them into buying stuff that they didn't really want, but told them they needed it, but they didn't really need it. Like, and
so each player's getting like $114 now.
$114. Wow, a 72 million. See, that's what's wild to me. So $72 million, they can pay out 600,000 people $114. Like, and that's not even like, imagine what $1 billion could do. You know, and what? Oh my gosh.
Do you think we'll ever actually see the 5,000 from that Elon's saying they're gonna pay back to America?
No. Oh my gosh. So I've heard all kinds of different claims, all kinds from everywhere. I've been hearing 5,000, 8,000.
What's fun?
So
what's funny, I've been seeing a lot of Republicans saying you shouldn't pay that out because that'll just raise the inflation, and we're so in debt as a country. Just put it to pay that off, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that's what they were doing with this doggy department, anyways, was to try to get the cost down so they could pay off the debt. Like,
yeah. So, well, apparently, what were the rumors? It's a rumor that got started somewhere that
Elon Musk said it.
Yeah. So I guess technically, like, I heard something about it only being like $11. Yeah, I heard it's only going to be like $11 for like Doge people, like people who bought into Doge or whatever, or $11 for everybody. But like everybody's spreading lies like it's going to be $8,000, $5,000.
I've just heard
and they're
5,000.
saying, get this, they're saying that it's going to come. Your checks are coming on February 31st.
I saw something. Yeah, I saw an article today of that, and February only has 28 days.
Yeah, I know.
I think that was a joke article.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So your checks are coming February 31st. Yeah.
But you know why I think they're like doing this to get the like canceling, defunding everything.
Yeah.
Is so they could free up enough money to give all the millionaires tax breaks.
Yeah.
So
well,
they don't
that's
have
the plan.
to pay
That's always
taxes.
the plan. That's
Yeah.
always the plan with them, you know, because they just care about their friends and not us. They don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah.
Like we're just the little worker.
Like Trump
bees,
hasn't paid
like-
taxes in 20 years.
Yeah, he paid less on his taxes a few years ago than like most Americans do. Like,
And what's crazy is anybody that still supports him after he lied about not taking his salary as a president, because he ended up actually taking that.
Yeah.
After he said, no, I won't take any money.
yeah, what happened to lowering gas prices, ending the war, lowering grocery prices
Oh, yeah.
on day one?
Trump
Yeah.
said, like, inflation's back, but it's not my fault.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
sure.
even the thing about him being dictator on day one, like I actually believed him on that, and I'm
Yeah.
not, I'm like, it's getting pretty scary.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty scary.
But I mean, is he a dictator yet?
Well, we'll
he
see
pretty much
in
just
4
lies.
years if he becomes president for a third
Well,
term.
he said day one. He said day one.
Well,
He
he's
was-
acting like one.
Yeah, he is,
Luckily,
yeah.
the courts are blocking most of it
Yeah.
right now, but who knows for
They
how
can
long.
block. They can block it on paper all they want. Same thing as like a restraining order. You can get a restraining order on something.
what-
That doesn't stop them from coming over your fucking house.
No, what's funny? Like,
know?
yeah, the Department of Efficiency or whatever
Yeah.
Elon's heading up. He's saying he's being super clear and transparent with it, right?
Yeah.
But he's not showing anybody what they're digging into. So, like, who knows what the fuck they're doing?
Oh,
anymore.
you know they're elbows deep in
Yeah.
everything. Everybody's.
But he's
Social
saying, "Oh, we're
Security
being
numbers.
transparent," but they're not.
Yeah.
Like, invite a Democrat to oversee it with you. Like, if you're being so transparent, right?
Yeah, well, they need to. Like, hear me out, everybody. Like, a lot of times, the people who should be president don't want to be because it's too much responsibility. But please, can somebody cool, like some cool scientist, run for president?
That'd be nice.
Please, like, come on, like, who do we want to run? Like, I've got a kind of a couple.
Bill
couple
Nye
people-
the Science Guy.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. There's a couple other people that I would really want to run for president.
Pretty much
Anybody else?
any professor that's a scientist, like
any
anybody like that would be
professor.
great.
Yeah, we really need like a scientist. I really
Bring science back to America.
Please
man.
bring
Yeah.
science back to America.
Common sense.
What a
Shit show.
shit show. Exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth. A little shit show. Yeah.
Speaking of shit show, at Meta, they approved bonuses to up to 200% of the executive salaries right after they laid off 3,600 people.
Oh, surprise, surprise. I mean,
It's like, yeah, see you guys later, all you hard workers. We're going to give the CEOs and stuff, like, huge bonuses.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
well, they've been laying off all kinds of people. Okay, so I think it was a few months ago, 8 months ago or so, maybe like 6 months to a year ago. I was watching all the hearings about them talking about inflation and like why they keep raising interest rates and all this kind of stuff. And one of the ladies that was like interviewing the Fed that was raising the interest rates, they were like, oh, so what it has to happen for you to start lowering interest rates? And he's essentially saying like, you know, millions of people need to be laid off or fired. So that's supposed to happen. So that really sucks, but that's pretty much how it works. Like a bunch of people have to get fired for like prices to go down. But normally when that happens, it's like from normal businesses and like, you know, other corporations not tied to the government. So the fact that people weren't like firing people and they were hiring people and like the job market was actually doing really good. So now in like just like a kid that like barely knows anything. So they're thinking if they fire all these federal workers and stuff, that might bring inflation down. But it's just going to make everything worse because now nobody knows how to nobody's running the government properly. Like,
Also, there's going to be so many unemployed people that are going to be broke and not spending money.
Well, and they're
that's going to bring the economy down.
Yeah.
Because people aren't going to have as much money now
Well, and
with
all
all these
these-
unemployed people.
Well, all the federal workers and stuff that they're laying off, they have, like, a lot of them have, like, money set aside. So they're going to be all white for a while. We're not going to see any of the effects for 6 months to a year because they probably have, like, a little nest egg set up, you know, because they get paid pretty well, right?
Well, I guess
And-
he wants to go after the postal service next.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
I could see him just getting rid of it and just having FedEx and UPS. And
Wow, just Amazon and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie Postman with Kevin Costner?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
That's
Yeah.
a good movie.
It's like, wow. Yeah, tater guy.
Can you imagine back then, like, waiting, like, 6 months for a letter from somebody?
Wow. I mean, I'm still waiting for the letter from my mom.
Aww.
I'm just kidding. You know, and I think it was Steve Bannon, like a few years ago, or a couple years ago, or a year or so ago, he was saying on the podcast, he was literally, like, word for word, pretty much describing what Trump is doing now on how to take over the government. He was saying, like, you need to just hit him hard and fast. Like, just hit him with everything, every day, all day long, everything.
I think, that guy is, like,
just going so fast.
Bad news, because I guess Trump
was... Oh, absolutely.
I guess, you know how that audio leaked about him grabbing the pussy? Back when he first ran for president.
Yeah.
I guess Trump was planning on, like, bowing out, like not going for it after that.
Yeah.
But Steve Bannon was the one that said, no, just say it's locker room talk.
Yeah.
He's the one that told Trump that. And Trump ran with that and then became president. It's like that. And then guess who just also did a Nazi salute? The Steve guy.
Steve Bannon did?
Yeah. So now Elon and him did one.
Oh, okay. And so what did Steve Bannon say it was for?
Oh, he just said it was a wave.
Oh, just a wave.
Just a wave.
Okay. I mean, come on. And did you hear about that lady? So, it was something she posted on TikTok. So she was a teacher or something. And she made her little son do it. And she's like, okay, little Jimmy, like, put your hand out. And they both did it.
Why?
They both did it because they were trying to prove a point. Because everybody was saying, like, oh, well, if it's not a Nazi symbol, then do it, right?
Oh, so they did it.
And so they did it, and she got fired.
Good.
Yeah, and then she made her son do it. Her son doesn't know anything. What kind of wild world are we really? Is this real life?
It's about as real as Trump defunding the firefighters. So now next summer, when there's fires everywhere, there's not going to be enough firefighters.
Yeah, there was a judge, or there was some people like trying to file lawsuits or something, trying to get Trump
they're trying to get
rehire.
billions.
Yeah, they're trying to like rehire
because they don't have enough money right now. Because he defunded it.
Yeah. So he stopped all new federal hiring. So that includes firefighters. So there's no new firefighters getting hired. And this is when you're supposed to be training firefighters right now. And so no all these wildfires.
He wants to see this country burn.
He literally does. He does. It's where is he gonna go? Where's he going? There's no.
Well, it's so humid on the East Coast that they don't get fires that often.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Canada fires got pretty bad that one time. They were like starting to come down.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, the hurricanes are really gnarly over there.
Yeah.
So it's like, is he gonna just wait until last minute? Like, where is he gonna go?
Russia?
When there's no more oxygen. No, get this. So all these people who don't give a fuck about climate change, they say it's a hoax, even though they know it's real because they've seen the data.
Well, they'll be dead by the time it's like too bad.
Yeah, but what if it happens a lot faster and they're still alive? Like, what if the ocean just completely dies and stalls and like there's no more oxygen because the ocean?
Well, they're rich, so they'll be able to buy whatever they need.
There's gonna work on the black market. Oxygen tanks everywhere. Well, what if there's not the people to make the oxygen tanks? Like, what if we all suffocate to death and everything gets burned up and there's no food? What are they gonna do? They're just gonna sit on a pile of garbage?
What's gonna happen is all the poor will starve and die.
Yeah.
All the rich will still be able to afford everything they need, and so they'll live just fine. It'll be all the poor people that won't be able to survive. Yeah.
Everybody should be freaked out a little bit about this. Like
speaking of freaked out, should we do escape pod?
Escape pod. Okay. Let's do it. You got one?
Okay, let's say the asteroid, we don't stop it.
Yeah.
They predicted it wrong. It is going to hit Earth. Mm-hmm. And it's coming straight towards, like, the U.S.
Okay.
It's going to just obliterate it. What are you going to do?
Definitely find you first.
Okay.
Definitely find you. Hopefully Patches is with me. So definitely find you. I mean, should I say this on camera? But, like, I mean, definitely going to have to, like...
get frisky?
Yeah. We're going to have to get frisky a little bit. Yeah, we're going to have to get a little frisky. That's probably what I would want to go out doing, as you.
Okay. What I'd probably do is I get you, and then I just jump in the car and drive as far away as we possibly can away from the impact zone.
Yeah.
Because it's just a city killer. It's not a world ender asteroid.
But it's going to knock the power grid down and stuff. Yeah.
It'll destroy anywhere it's going to hit.
Yeah.
But I just, like, if we had enough time, just drive as far fucking away as we can.
Yeah. For real. So I got a better one. Okay, so what if they set off a nuclear... So what if the countries get all wild and somebody sets off a nuclear bomb and then there's like a nuclear winter?
Well, all the food's gonna die.
Yeah.
All the animals will mostly die.
Yeah.
People will probably eventually die because they won't have food. So
what's gonna be your go-to like canned food?
Maybe like a canned fruit or something.
Some canned fruit?
Yeah,
right.
some canned fruit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like SpaghettiOs, raviolis, but that's just gonna give me heartburn.
Oh my gosh. I think I just got heartburn when you said that. SpaghettiOs. Oh my gosh. So I definitely would go for some Spam. Yeah, Spam. Yeah,
no,
you can put it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you lived in Hawaii.
Yeah,
you like the Spam,
I liked Spam before.
Did you
I
have the
moved to
Spam
Hawaii.
sushi over there?
Yeah, Spam musubi.
Oh,
I love that. It's
is
so
that what
good.
it's called?
It's good. Yeah, Spam musubi. It's really good. Also, if you cut up Spam and put into some pork and bean, you can put Spam in like macaroni. You can put Spam. It's good. It's good. I don't know. And my dad used to make Spam sandwiches, you know. Well, it got really popular in Hawaii because of World War II, you know.
That's all they were getting over
yeah,
there,
that's all, they were sending it. So, yeah, I would be like Spam and then probably like, I don't know, baked beans or something.
Yeah, baked beans. But then I'd just be farting all the time. They give me gas.
Better than having SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs is like the worst thing. Like I would
maybe canned vegetables like green beans or something too.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else is canned?
Tuna,
canned tuna.
Canned tuna. Yeah. What the heck else? Sorry. That's a good question. Yeah, what are we gonna put in our canned good things?
I don't know.
So we got canned tuna, canned beans, canned
jars
veggies,
of pickles.
Pickles,
Do some fried pickles.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, the fried pickles, so good.
She made some fried pickles last night with like egg roll wraps, and they were delicious.
Yeah, and like a vegan dip. Oh my gosh, so good.
Super good.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't a fan of ranch until I had your ranch.
Yeah, that's like my favorite. That's my favorite kind of ranch. So, what if all the water gets polluted? What are you gonna do? Like if you can't
slowly die from polluted water.
Do you know how to make a filter? Like a water
with
filter?
charcoal and moss and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's moss in it.
Yeah.
And moss?
Yeah. Moss is a great catch because of how
rocks?
it is. It catches the bacteria and stuff. Yeah. Yep. I've watched all those like survival shows.
I don't remember the moss, but I definitely remember so it's like what is it? So sand.
Sand, charcoal,
gravel,
moss.
I don't know if it's is it moss?
They use moss.
All right.
Because it attaches to it.
Rocks, more sand, because it's like a layer. It's like a birthday cake. You gotta layer it like a birthday cake, and you gotta layer charcoal throughout or whatever. So, yeah. Yeah,
so you can't boil water. Just make a filter.
Yeah. So, also one thing I think we should add, just because we let's shit the bed on the escape pod this time. But one thing I should add is if you ever are in a wilderness situation and it's rainy a little bit, the first thing you gotta do is get your firewood dry. You gotta dry your firewood. Even before you make a shelter or anything, get your firewood dry.
Do you know what to do if the wood is all wet? How do you get dry wood?
I mean, just swing it around. I don't know.
No. Swing around in the rain, getting more wet. No, so if you chip off from a tree, get some of the green wood in there, that's gonna be dry on the inside.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I would just I was just trying to think of a way. Because if you can't start a fire, how are you gonna dry it? You just have to put it under something and dry it, and then hope you don't starve and.
But if it's if you're on the East Coast where it's so humid, it's not gonna dry. Even if it's in somewhere dry, it's just gonna stay moist. Yeah, because it's so humid.
So you pretty much have to
just
have gasoline.
Gasoline or find dry wood or chip away at the bark, get the wet part off so it's dry inside.
So you're gonna have to stand over it and just you're gonna have to breathe on it. I would even put it. I would have to I would put it in some kind of mesh bag and swing it around while the sun's out.
Yeah.
That's
that would take so long to dry.
Yeah, I mean maybe a little bit. I don't know. to just see me out there. You're gonna laugh when you're trying to start your fire and I'm out there swinging
I'll
mine.
have mine started by the time your wood's dry.
No, what? Wait. So you're gonna be trying to start that fire for like 2 days, and I'm gonna swing mine around like an idiot for like
dry wood off of
like,
the wood on the inside of logs.
Yeah, I'm gonna be swinging mine around for like an hour, and you're like, look at this fucking nerd, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, no, it's gonna be swinging it around, and then you're gonna be trying to start that fire. By the time I'm done swinging my wood or my chips around, I'm gonna go and start a fire real quick, and I'll be looking at you, and you'll be looking at me like.
No, because your fire's not going to start because it's still going to be wet.
Nah, I think it'd be pretty dry. I think it'd be pretty dry. I don't know.
We should ask AI, how long does it take to dry soaked wood if you by spinning it around in the air?
We should. Yeah, let's ask. Okay.
Does it actually say spinning around?
Oh my gosh. So,
are you serious?
Yeah. Dealing with damp wood in a rainy, humid climate can be challenging, but it's definitely manageable. Here's a breakdown of the best ways to dry wood for fire in these conditions. Step 1, maximize airflow. Split the wood. Splitting the wood exposes more surface area. You were saying that.
Yeah.
So even if the outside is wet, the inside might be dry. Seasoning. The best method is to season your wood well in advance. This means splitting and stacking in a way that promotes drying for many months. Okay. So pretty much my version was just like a quicker version to get it dry.
Now ask it, how long does it take to dry wood by spinning it in the air?
Okay. Higher spin speeds create greater airflow, increasing evaporation, leading to faster drying
But does
wood.
it say how long will it take?
I mean, it says it depends on the type of wood and how wet it is.
Say
But-
super wet.
Yeah, so it's pretty much, if you're spinning it around, it's going to get dry faster.
I guarantee you just shaving off the wet layer
Spinning
and getting
creates-
to dry
here we
wood is
go.
going to be faster.
Increased airflow. Spinning creates a localized wind effect, rapidly removing moisture-laden air from the wood surface. Centrifugal force. That's what we're talking about here. That's a fucking word of the day.
That's my band name.
That's a word. Yeah, that's Centrifugal force would help to expel free water from the outside of the wood. Surface drying is the most efficient, effective way to dry wood.
What about just bypass the dry or wet wood and just shave off the wetness to get to the dry
Spinning
wood?
primarily affects surface moisture. It does little to draw out deeply embedded moisture.
See, so it might take forever.
Practicality. Spinning large pieces of wood in high speeds is challenging and potentially dangerous.
See, you'll just knock yourself in the
Yeah. Spinning would significantly accelerate surface drying, potentially reducing the time needed for kindling. However, it wouldn't eliminate the need for proper air drying, especially for larger pieces of wood. It's very difficult to... So, if you're spinning around a couple sticks and stuff, you make it into kindling and you swing it around, it's gonna dry faster.
Yeah,
I know I
if
sound
it's-
like a crazy
if it's
person,
small
but
sticks, sure. I'll give you that. If it's small
even if it's a
sticks.
big what? It's a big log.
If
so
it's big and wet and soaked, that's gonna take forever.
Yeah, well, so if just the outside is wet, if it only just rained for a little bit and the inside is still dry, like you were saying,
Like,
you're
I'm picturing of like a soaked fucking
yeah.
log,
Well, what you were
right?
saying earlier, you're like, what if it's wet and you just like chisel off the outside, the inside would be dry, right?
yeah.
So you take that log that's dry on the inside and you spin it around, then it's dry on the outside too.
I think that's episode 7.
Yeah. Yeah, don't let the
The ginger seals bite.
Yeah, good night. Don't let the ginger seals bite.